Welcome to Monday Night TPK. Hey folks, welcome to Monday Night TPK. Thanks for listening. My name is Kyle, and I am going to be DMing this 5th edition Real Play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Around me at the table, I have 4 other human beings who are currently in various states of engagement towards this endeavor. If you can hear that back and forth kind of rustling noise and creaking noise, that's Matt deliberately trying to sabotage our sound quality. Hey Matt, if someone wanted to find you personally on Twitter, where can they make complaints?
I'm not divulging that information.
You're not going to give that out?
Nope.
Cool. Well, how you doing besides?
Sure, it wouldn't be hard to find. I'm doing pretty good.
Happy to hear it. Dana's sitting there playing on her phone.
I mean, it's sort of related to what we're doing. It's pictures of the dinosaur. Okay?
You took a picture of a dinosaur.
Yeah, of the dinosaur I painted.
Oh, you painted a dinosaur.
Yep. For this session, specifically.
That's pretty exciting.
Meh.
Ryan, you don't seem to be as sad as you were the last time we recorded. Do you need a higher quality hair dye, maybe?
Am I fading?
A little bit. You're turning
Yeah, a little bit.
You're turning a little aqua.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh
And I
no.
think it's just it looks like a darker blue.
Aqua's been
Yeah.
Norded. Is it too early to say that?
No, by the time this comes out, the game will be out for 3 months. 4 months.
I don't understand the reference.
Also, she wasn't Norded.
That's true. I got frogs. I'm really excited about that.
Hey man, that's better than saying you have crabs.
That's true. What other frogs?
He has a bunch of grown.
I have a grung and then a big frog.
Froghemoth.
Froghemoth.
Yeah.
Lucky.
We're talking about minis, ladies and
Miniatures.
gentlemen.
D&D miniatures, which are not a sponsor of Monday Night TPK.
Thanks for clarifying. In case there was any doubt.
Wizards of the Coast is not an official sponsor.
Thanks, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Sam,
Yeah,
what's new?
nothing. Nothing at all.
That sounds pretty exciting.
It really is.
Fantastic.
Sometimes that's great, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes new is bad.
Doing there, Dana.
I'm trying to take a picture.
I have a picture of the map.
Something that is
Do you need it?
new
I
is
can
I
send
got...
it to you.
Sure. I mean, it's not really for anything
It's pretty
important.
cool.
Don't worry about it. It's cool. We'll share later.
Sorry.
Because
I'm curious.
when lots of people are talking at the same time, that means you can't hear anything. Alright, so I think we're going to go straight to the recap. So we can jump right into this. I hope you guys can feel the enthusiasm.
Yay.
Yeah.
Woohoo. This is so exciting.
Alright, Sam, can you tell us anything about what happened during the last session? Is that session 17?
It is.
Wow, that's a lot of notes.
Yep. So, in episode 17, we started by going shopping. Gil, who is the owner of Gil's Survival Shop, gave us a 25% discount for saving his life, as we found out in we encountered at the end of episode 16. And we found out that Gil has to give a cut of his profits to the merchant princes, as seems to be customary here. Montwood wandered around the shop while the rest of the party came in and huddled and made some purchasing choices. Montwood found a small wooden box and he picked it up. He opened it to find a wooden fish hook inside. He inquired Gil about it and he had no idea what it was. So Gil sold it to Montwood for 1 silver piece. Meanwhile, the entire party bought a lot of things. We bought 10 bug blocks, 6 bug juices, 2 rain catchers, 4 machetes, 2 tarps, 2 fishing tackles, 4 1-gallon water skins, 2 canoes, 2 buckets, 20 arrows, 1 hunting trap, 10 days rations, and 1 towel.
And
I
a
forgot
partridge
about that.
and a pear tree.
Then, after purchasing everything, we went outside and we used the detect magic wand on the hook, and it gave off an enchantment vibe. Ooh. There was a white and black disc on Montwood also that gave off a conjuration and evocation kind of vibe on it. We had a small conversation about where half your stuff comes from. It got awkward. So we decided to go see the dinosaurs to change the subject. We went down and saw lots of different dinosaurs, and Rickser got to name 2 of them, Ginger and P.
PEA, by the way.
P-E-A,
Yes.
correct.
Yeah, the
Yes.
food, not urine.
Awesome. Good clarification.
Yep.
And then Rickser got an opportunity to ride/race dinosaurs. She was told to come see Jamala in the morning and say Kulapa sent us, him,
Yeah.
pronouns. My bad. Side note, 12 talks. 12, as a reminder, is Montwood's pet dead rat. Spiritual rat. Ghost rat.
It's a familiar.
It's a familiar.
Yes.
Okay.
The rest of us.
It is family. It truly is.
It is unfamiliar.
Montwood talks to himself, question mark? We don't know. Anyway, we go back to Kaya's to eat. And then we went to go see Grandfather. Rickser learned some sign. And Braille is approached by a crazy old man. And he said the great old one gives birth to a new god. And the snake people know. P.S. We don't know what that means, but okay. So we headed to the temple, and a middle-aged man greeted us and sent us in to see Grandfather, and he invited us in. And we learned about what Grandfather learned from the ritual that we paid for. He saw darkness, and far to the south there's a ruined city surrounded by cliffs covered in snakes, and a black obelisk inside. He couldn't look at it too long or he would get pulled away. But there's something evil there. Evil. And he couldn't see any further. It drained him heavily, that ritual did, and now he is exhausted. We got more info from Grandfather, including Raznisi. He led an army of undead to attack a city. He fell from power, and his zombie army fled into the jungle. He had a palace built on the backs of skeletal turtles, fun fact. There's Yuan Ti possibly in the jungle. And he says the oracle is good. The end.
Fantastic. Fantastic, Sam. Those are some great notes. I didn't remember even most of those things that you just told us. So
Lots of things happened last episode.
it was a pretty busy episode, for sure. All right, so you guys are basically standing in the library/office of Grandfather Zatembe. Your conversation has come to a close. He's given you his kind of ominous warning. He's chatted with you a bit about some of the history of Cholt and kind of told you a boogeyman story about a dude that invaded a city with an army of undead. What are you guys going to do now?
What time is it? About?
I mean, you guys came to him like
Around
pushing 5 or
5.
6.
Yeah.
Right.
By the time he really, tells you everything and answers all your questions, and you go through all the niceties, you're pushing 8, probably.
It is way past dinner time.
You can assume that somewhere out in the city, a dinner is getting, I would say cold, but really like it's staying probably like 70-some degrees because room temperature is going to be kind of warm.
Oh. Gilly's so disappointed by that.
It is at least cooling unpleasantly.
Oh, very unsettling.
So, food?
Yes.
Like, you want to hit a Taco Bell or something?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, so the plan is to head back to the Kaya's House of Repose.
Mm-hmm.
Not Kaya's house of decompose.
Nope.
Ooh.
Not going there.
All right, cool. You guys get back to the inn, and there are, a number of people. There's a lot of people just sitting and talking quietly. There's a lot of drinks. One thing that definitely catches your eye and your attention immediately as you walk in, off to one corner of the bar area, a small crowd has kind of gathered. And as a whole, the tone of this place tends to not be very loud. So even though it's a crowd, they're sitting in relatively rapt attention. They're drinking. There is some talking amongst themselves. It's not like they're silently listening to everything the person in the center has to say. But you can definitely make out a tall, thin man wearing a great big puffy shirt, white puffy shirt, with a big collar and big puffy shoulders and sleeves. He's wearing kind of a flat cap that looks like it's made out of a purple velvet with a great big. You can't make it out from the doorway, but it's got a button with some sort of symbol on it, and there's a feather, brightly colored purple feather, sticking straight out of the center of the hat.
Sounds like a douche.
And he is...
Sounds like a bard.
And he is talking very openly and loudly. He's got a drink in his hand, and he seems to be regaling them with some sort of tales of adventure. And the crowd is definitely you can see a lot of, probably native children's in there. But also you come to see, especially in the inns, a wide variety of different types of people. You see all the usual different races and classes that you might normally encounter. And some of them seem to be just hanging on to every word. There's a few off to the corners that are kind of maybe cracking jokes a little bit about whatever this dude's saying. But everyone's definitely listening. So there's definitely the option to, if you want, to go up to the bar and do your thing. Or you can do, I don't know, what do you want to do? You tell me.
I would like to stay a while and listen.
Yeah, I think Rickster would actually probably be intrigued.
Oh, what's this?
Get a pint for each hand and go sit close by.
Gilly will nudge Brielle and sign, "Oh, look, a bard."
She'll make a yay kind of excited expression, and she's gonna go order. She'll go up to the bar and she'll write on a parchment that she needs a keg.
Nice.
Yeah. You can definitely purchase a gallon cask of Tej for 2 silver pieces. If you're looking to buy just a mug of Tej, it's going to be 4 silver pieces. So spend your coin accordingly. Service is quick, especially if you're just getting drinks. And you guys, Ryan, you said that Montwood is going to go listen to this guy talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we can pretty much hear him from anywhere we go in the bar, right?
By the time you kind of sit down anywhere, because it's the whole bar is kind of divided in half, with the center aisle from the door to the counter breaking it up.
Yeah.
If you're sitting on the same half of the building, basically this guy is at, you can overhear him pretty well, especially if you're not talking amongst yourselves.
Right.
You get so you can listen in, and he's tell everyone about. Okay, so then the fire giant, he came at me with this gigantic flaming sword, and I was like, okay, I know what to do. And just as he brought this sword down, I lunged at him, and I got inside of his reach. Oh boy, and that's when I pulled out my daggers, and he was so much bigger than me, so I just used these daggers, and I just jammed him into his kneecaps and got right in between the plates of his full plate mail armor, and oh, he screamed such things, such curses that I would never dare repeat them here. And he kind of gives a wink to a random lady in the crowd. But let me tell you, it was one of the most exhilarating times of my life. And then his friend comes in just as he falls down, and his friend has got 2 enormous shields just as big as he does, and he just starts running at me with these 2 shields, both of them as big as walls, just gonna plow me down. But there I was. I knew what to do, and I can tell you what to do. I can tell you what to do. It's the most amazing thing. You have to be ready to jump over top of these shields, and that's what I did. I jumped at the wall, and I kicked off, and I did a double backflip, and he's just going on.
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Yeah, I was like, is he full of it, or would he legitimately make a good guide?
Yeah.
What is your insight?
Insight is going to be a 14.
He is really like into what he's saying. You think he might be telling the truth. He is telling this story with so many tiny, accurate little like details. You're thinking there's no way this guy wasn't there. Like he couldn't just make this stuff up on the spot.
It's totally not based upon anything.
I don't know. And he's gonna kind of, you know, keep telling this story about his encounter with the fire giants, and you know, tell the crowd that he was able to steal the fire giants' precious schematics for some secret device they were trying to build, and he was able to get out of their lair and freed all of their enslaved dwarves in the process, and lead them all to safety, and that he got such the hero's welcome that he ate and drank like a king, and he is now welcome in every single dwarven stronghold across all of Faerun. And he will end by telling the crowd, I've had so many adventures. I could spend all night here and all week. If you want to know more of the things I've been through, if you want to hear some of my amazing life tales. And he's going to kind of like dramatically bend down, and he picks up a suitcase, like a great big suitcase, and slams it down on the table with a big thunk. And he's going to open it up, and inside of it there are just like numerous copies of a book.
Oh man, where's Maggie? Oh man.
He's going to say that in my most recent collection, I call it my Guide to Monsters. I have outlined the lives and fun facts and histories of some of Faerun's most terrifying and common creatures, and I have included notes upon many outrageous, rare, and exciting things that I have encountered in my journeys. If you would like to purchase a copy of my book, signature concluded for free, I might add, a mere 50 gold pieces.
Oof. We don't have it. We had 23. We now have 19 because I spent $4. Or no, that was 4 silver. We still have 22. Because it's all in group funds now, bud.
Yeah.
Except for your silver.
Yeah, I have silver.
Yep.
Such a book would come in handy, too.
Yeah, what I was just thinking that.
Rixer has that gem. The
Oh, you do.
lapis lazuli.
You do.
I think it's technically only worth like 25, but
I don't know
I don't
what.
remember.
It'd be great if you could like bluff it. Not to give you
Past
ideas,
him?
but like
I don't know. I can
Bluff.
go past him.
bluff its worth.
I don't think she has. The only thing she has, which is probably going to be useful, is that wand of magic detection. That I don't want to get rid of that. We might need that. That's the only thing Brielle has.
Maybe I can throw in some spiked fruit. Sweeten the deal.
As you guys kind of like are talking amongst yourselves at the table, thinking, "Oh man, that book would be great to have." Oh, we're a little bit short on the coin.
Can I?
People around him, like not everybody. A lot of people just kind of laugh and walk away. And you can see small groups are like talking about it. He does right then and there make several sales. But you can also see he has a lot of copies of this book with him.
He has his name like right on the top of the book, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
It clearly says Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Can I roll a history check on him?
Yeah.
'Cause he's pretty. I mean, he gets around.
Do that.
Rixer's
not
gonna
bad.
run upstairs to his room.
Okay.
Where's my history? That would be intelligence. So that'd be a 16.
Close enough. I was going to say 17 with my goal, but you only one away. I'm going to give it to you. You have heard of this guy. I'll say because you didn't quite hit the mark. You have heard of him. You don't know necessarily about the reputation he might have.
Okay.
For good or bad. But you've definitely seen his other books on shelves.
I probably recall Maggie's character's name.
Torna.
Torna, yeah. Had his book.
Yep. Torna had his Adventuring for Dummies or something.
Yep.
So you recognize the name as being someone who writes books about this stuff.
She'll lean over to Gilly and start signing and telling her about this guy. What little bit she knows.
Oh, wow.
Then she'll recall the Torna thing to her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We totally forgot her. Oops.
And then I'll sign she chose not to come.
That's fair. So, maybe that book would be useful. Also, Brixer disappeared.
When Brixer comes back.
She gets a very worried face for a moment until she hears the thump, thump, thump,
Yeah.
thump, thump.
Carrying
right down the
his
stairs.
bag of spike fruit. I almost called him jackfruit. Which I have 20 of still.
Oh, my.
So you know. So I'm gonna thump the bag on the table, and then the gem. Be like, do you think he'll take these? I want that book. Can we get that book?
Maybe if you offer the gem. I don't know how he feels about spike fruit.
Well, I mean, like both.
Oh, all of it?
I mean, do you want one of the fruits to keep?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you one.
That's one less spike.
It's like, I would have, I'd go for it if you had 20, but you only have 19.
See, I'm going to do 20. This is how many he wants. Oof, damn, that's a 20.
No, it's not. So I guess Rixer's going to start walking over to Volo with his bag of fruit and his gem, unless anybody stops him.
Brielle's not going to stop him.
Okay.
In fact, nobody stops him. Some people get out of Rixer's way.
Yeah, I mean, that seems normal.
Yeah, he's probably used to that.
Yeah.
You'll see the guy standing there. He's talking with a gnome. And so looking down, having a heated conversation, why, yes, I did once meet something glitter, something with the gnome god.
Glitter gold?
Gary Glitter. No, that's it.
What?
That's not it.
We'll call me later.
Yeah, it's something glitter, something.
Gold, very gold.
Why, yes, I did once meet him. It was very, very briefly, but it was an exchange I will never forget. And as he kind of dramatically looks up, he kind of catches eye with Rixer,
Who's
and then
staring.
his eyes keep going as he continues. First it starts with Rixer's just center torso, and then keeps going and going, and then makes eye contact with Rixer, who's staring at him very intently.
Yeah. And then smiles, big grin. Hi.
He's gonna take a step back. Rixer, give me an insight check.
Now's the time for angry orc face. I want a book.
Oh shit, that's a 5 total.
Yeah. You don't notice that he has reached for a dagger at the back, kind of hidden behind his cloak at the back of his belt.
Okay.
And is beginning to slowly pull the dagger out. Oh my, you're a big one? And he's not moving, drawing it right away, but he's definitely readied to, go into action.
Right.
In case you move at him too aggressively.
I want to buy a book.
That sort of disarms, not literally disarms him, but
Dagger goes flying.
Dagger goes flying across the room somehow.
Clink, 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 clink.
You want to buy a book?
Yes.
Well, Well, okay. He kind of comes into himself a little bit more. That is great. I have books for sale. How many would you like?
I think just one.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, my exceedingly large and strangely literate friend, what? That'll be 50 gold pieces.
Is Rickster gonna catch on to that? No, 14. No,
Probably.
yeah,
Probably.
it's like. Well, I don't have any gold, but I have this, and I'll hold out the lapis lazuli.
Oh, that's quite the gem you have there.
Would you be willing to take this instead? I've also got some fruit, if you'd be interested.
He kind of ignores that as he,
Gilly leans over to Brielle and goes, oh, and signs, "Oh my goodness, he's actually trying to barter with fruit."
I have some food.
so Volo rolled really, really low.
Brielle's
on
hair
his,
is turning green.
Volo rolled really, really low on his attempt to like appraise it on the spot.
Okay.
What? Oh, where did you get this? This is a beautiful gem.
I'm actually trying to remember where I picked it up from.
In a bag. Given to you by a cat person.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
In a game, in a gamble. Somebody else did the gambling, though. I just helped them.
Ah, so you won in a wager then.
Yeah. It's very shiny and pretty.
Oh, it is. It is. It's catching my eye. Now I imagine a gem like that could be worth a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell you what I'll do. If you can scrounge up 5 gold pieces and that gem, I think we have a deal.
What about...
I can hear this conversation, right?
You guys can all hear this conversation.
Brielle will just walk up and ting 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 ting,
Oh.
and then walk back to her seat.
Oh, here. Just hand over the 5 gold pieces and the gem.
He takes both, and he's got this gem, and he's got this expression on his face like he just hardcore swindled the Lord. So he's going to open the book up to the kind of the blank opening face page. He pulls a quill out. Who am I making this out to?
Rickster and Montwood and Brielle and Gilly and in memory of Torna.
And he's kind of writing all this out. He signs it and hands it back to you. And it says, to, and then all these, may you find your fortunes. All the best, Volo. And there you go, my friend. Use my wisdom well.
Rickster will just be staring at it and start walking away, just still looking at the book, not really paying attention to where he's going.
Other people definitely just get out of your way.
Cool.
But a small crowd just kind of lingers,
Mhm.
and they're talking to him, wanting to hear more stories, and he kind of just goes back to doing what he's doing.
Okay.
So for all intents and purposes, folks, if you have a copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters, you can't. I prefer you didn't metagame with game stats,
Right.
but
Knowledge of the monsters.
everything else it
I've
says
already
about
read
the
book
monsters.
from cover to cover.
So essentially,
but-
anything besides what's on the stat block.
Everything other than the stat block
Okay.
is fair game for anything you guys encounter.
Cool. Guys, he took the deal, but he didn't want any fruit. But I got the book.
Awesome.
See? And I'll show you guys the autograph.
Wow, that's fancy.
Yeah, I wish I could write like that. But I can read it, so that's something I've got going.
Yeah.
Brielle gives him a pat on the shoulder.
The penmanship is, very elaborate, very swirly, very showy.
Very well trained.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked last time about Rickster learning some sign language. I don't know how much would have stuck with him or how accurately he could repeat that.
History.
Yeah, I guess it's like I don't know if you want me to
remember
roll
what he was
anything or whatever.
We've done the thank you quite a bit, so I'm sure
I
that'll
think you
stick
can
to
do
it.
thank you for free.
Right,
What
but-
else?
The phrase that Richter specifically asked Gilly was, "I like your hair."
Yeah, give me history.
Okay. That's 15.
It's high. You can remember it.
Okay. So like after sitting down and all like going back to whatever, Rixer will kind of like tap Brielle's shoulder and sign, "I like your hair."
She'll get a smile on her face and she'll do the thank you.
And Rixer will just smile, be happy.
So, Dana, I'm
Take a drink.
gonna say that I think we might have to do this on a phrase by phrase basis. So keeping track of this might become a chore, but
I'll do it.
because you have successfully like repeated it, the hand motions. The next time you want to say that exact phrase, I'll give you advantage.
Okay, cool.
And the time after that, you can do it without rolling.
Like for free. Okay. Cool.
So if you are taught other specific phrases
Mhm.
in sign,
Like
I'll-
cheese.
thank you for signing that.
No problem.
We can kind of do that on a case by case basis, and maybe you guys will have time to work on specific stuff in the future. I don't know.
Right. Cool.
All right, it is getting late. What are we doing, folks?
Drinking.
Eating dinner.
Eating and drinking, yep.
All right, you guys can easily sit down. You were given another free meal token for this day,
Yes.
so it is good for a single plate of food.
How?
We don't have to go through the entire session, but is there anything in particular you guys want to do while you're at dinner?
Can I see the book? Or can we share it?
Yeah, let's share it. And
Yeah, Brielle would like to look at the book.
Rixer will like
Here's one for you.
scoot the chair over like super close, to be able to look at the book with you guys.
Yeah. I like learning about stuff.
Me too. I
Oh
think.
yeah, it's got all about the history of creatures like hags and beholders, and the different types of goblin. I think.
I recognize those.
Oh yeah. And then, are there any others in there?
It talks about Yonti.
Oh, it does. It does talk about Yuan-Ti in that one,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it does. Yeah,
In
People.
great depth.
that will be the one thing that will cue Brielle's interest when she looks at the book.
Well, if you guys as players want to refresh your memories of exactly what that says, or bring out information that you've learned from that, going forward, you have got it. Fair game. Dana?
And dinosaurs. I talked about dinosaurs too. There's a dinosaur section.
There are a lot of dinosaurs in Volos.
That's all.
Yes, Brielle's just gonna read the book for a while and drink.
Oh,
That's what she's
wow.
gonna do.
Look at this one.
Alright, cool. So you guys can do that. Do you do anything else in particular before you go to bed?
I don't think so, no.
Awesome.
Brielle
Oh,
will.
quiet again. There you go.
Brielle, while she's reading after she gets done reading the book, she will sign to Gilly to ask Rixer if he would like to learn more sign, and they can teach. I'm looking right at it. If they could teach, if he would like to be taught more.
Rick said, do you want to learn more signs?
And then he'll put his hand to his chin, do the thank you. You mean like that, or like the sign outside above the door?
I'm sorry, like talking with your hand sign, like the thank you.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Okay, we can teach you.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Okay,
Hopefully I can remember it all.
it just takes practice. It's okay.
Okay.
It takes time. So do we want to take on that venture right now?
Or maybe
we don't
could
have to
leave-
role play it.
Right.
It's
Maybe
just
we,
gonna be something we do over time.
right, but maybe we can like pick a phrase right now to work on or something to have it like recorded. You might know that.
Well, do you want... Oh. So, but okay, out of game. Do we want to roll a bluff on that? Because that is not what the sign means.
I know. I just found some really funny listing of signs,
Yeah.
and one of them is your hand cupped like this,
Mm-hmm.
and it says "Rawr, I'm a dinosaur."
Except this is your four fingers clasped over your thumb is an S. So it's like the alphabet,
and then
but it has
like
funny
the
sayings.
loser sign is lobster. And like these aren't right. So I just showed it to Sam. It's really funny. And then zombie run was this.
Yeah.
I guess, do you want to learn something kind or something offensive?
I mean, it's not nice to say mean things.
It's not, you're right, but you'd be surprised how many people want to learn offensive ways to say things.
Yeah, that 12, it's not nice to say mean things.
That's
I
right.
stare at that rat and I wait for a reply.
What about, like,
Do you want to learn how to say nice to meet you?
sure. Yeah.
Okay. And Gilly will perform the hand motions to say nice to meet you.
This feels like one that can get lost in translation very easily. Nice to meet you, translation. I'm going to kill you now.
You're going to die.
Cool. I added it to the list.
We should probably start with like either one phrase or a couple of small ones, like a day, so that it's easier for him progressively as it goes on. She will sign this stuff to you.
Yeah. Gilly will sign back, I agree. Oh, we should probably teach him yes versus no.
And she will sign yes.
So, okay, another important one for you to know is yes. So
Oh.
take your hand in a fist and nod it like you're nodding
Like-
your head.
Oh, or like knocking on a door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then no. So take your your first and second finger and tap it against your thumb. No. It's aggressive. No.
That's fun.
No, no, no.
I
Yeah,
like it.
it's a fun one.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just
continue
work on that for a few hours and then probably repeat those the next day as well.
I'm learning.
Well, you're learning as well because you were there, yeah.
Yeah, Montwood, as they are going over their signed language, are you actively trying to learn as well, or are you going to do something else?
I'm paying attention. I'll sit and pay attention. I don't really make much conversation. Just kind of stare off my own. But I'll
Well, fine then.
half pay attention to what's going on and try to take it in.
I'll let you do that. Cool, folks. So we have successfully encountered a well-seasoned adventurer who is happily doing the charity of imparting his knowledge onto others.
I don't know. He's a little bit too salty. Use a little bit of garlic.
No, Dana, he's well-seasoned.
No. I like garlic.
The proper amount of seasoning. All basil.
It's all
Just a mouthful of basil leaves.
No. I've seen art of this guy, this character, Volo, and I can never tell, is he a dwarf or a human?
I've never looked at artwork for him, actually.
I have his stat block.
Is he just a short human or pudgy human?
He is human. Human. I've got his mini.
And I know, I think I've seen it a couple times,
I've
but I
kind
don't
of seen the
remember.
mini.
On his mini, he also has his book.
Perfect. Apparently, Volo is a
Oh, he's
village
kind of-
in Illinois.
Oh, I've seen this guy.
That's what first came up.
Oh, it totally is. I have a friend who lives near there.
Nice.
Oh, I thought he was shorter for some reason, but no, he's...
On the cover of the book, it shows like a halfling or something encountering a giant. It's not supposed to be him.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
like another random.
Oh, okay, I see.
There's visual art.
Oh, okay.
Here's the artwork.
That's what I'm looking at.
Volo, no. Volo, yes!
Grunger in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bolos? Yeah.
Yeah. Rixer likes those a lot. Frog people.
Cool.
What time do we have to be at for the dinosaur races? Jamal was, right? Just have to be there at dawn, or?
First thing in the morning.
Okay.
The races start at noon.
Mm-hmm.
You were asked to be there a few hours earlier.
Okay, so not at dawn.
Yeah, just first thing in the morning.
Okay, cool.
So probably get there about 10.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, so y'all go to bed. You go through your respective sleeping rituals. I'm assuming similar to what happened last time y'all took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. So I'm assuming that Rixer just
Drops pants, falls in bed,
okay.
out.
Do you take off your shirt first?
No, I forget this time.
Okay. Cool. Take off your armor first.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you took your armor off, and then fell into bed with wearing no pants.
Yep.
Fantastic. Ryan, what is Mountwood's nighttime ritual look like?
Nothing extravagant, really. He just sets his staff on the wall, sleeps in his robe, probably mutters to himself for like a half an hour, tossing and turning, trying to get to sleep. That doesn't come very easily.
I'm sorry. Alright. Brielle and Gilly.
Yes, that is our names
Yes.
combined.
Brilly?
Really?
Alright, Brilly. What you doing?
Going to bed.
Yeah. They don't really have much of a ritual.
I mean, I guess Gilly will question inside. Are you worried if we teach Rixer and Montwood too much, they'll start spying on our conversations?
She laughs and goes, no.
Fair enough.
Alright, so you guys
Don't ever say anything dirty.
What do you mean someone's talking about me?
Sneezing. When somebody talks bad about you. When somebody's talking about you.
Get the.
It's the Japanese version of ears ringing.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
I mean, I've heard
That's why they sneeze in anime a lot when people are talking about them.
I'm not saying you're incorrect. I'm just saying I've never heard that.
It's interesting. Won't go into it right now, though.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay. So night happens. No assassins. Well, hold on.
Aww.
Better not
Nope.
steal my fruit.
No assassins kill you in your sleep.
No,
Yeah,
And
good.
all of Rixer's spike fruit are still accounted for.
Woohoo.
Okay. I'm not
Okay.
gonna worry about counting them though.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming that Brielle does her morning jog about.
Yeah, she's with the fact that she knows the jungle is dangerous. She's not gonna go out in the jungle, but she'll get up and she'll probably do a jog around the city,
Okay.
and all that kind of stuff.
So as soon as the sun is basically rising, the city, to Brielle's eyes, seems to be getting ready for the races. She can see people putting out banners during part of the city as she does her jog. It looks like a race course is being like kind of roped off. Some of the places where there were big market stalls being set up the past couple days, nobody is setting up shop.
Okay.
In other places, there are people like taking early spots for food vending stalls that previously had just been walkways. So the city almost seems to be like reconfiguring itself and reshaping itself. Almost like the city knows what to do.
Right.
Because this is something that happens every single week. So the people who live here who profit from this, they've got their routines down, and it
Right.
shows.
Okay.
The morning setup is very much different from what you have been previously seeing. Yeah.
What's the weather like?
Do they have dinosaurs out and like getting ready for the race with their jockeys or whatever?
You don't see any of the dinosaurs that you would assume are going to be raced. Well, would you deliberately go out of the city to the Tiriki anchorage towards where the dinosaur pens are?
I don't think she'd go that way.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a distance. She's only a jog for a couple hours. She's not gonna.
Okay. Then because if you went to the pens, you might see something different. But in the city itself, you see mostly just the same. Some of the dinosaurs that seem to be like doing heavy lifting. Some of those are going to work for the morning because like the docks work there doesn't really stop. You know, ships are still coming in.
Yeah.
You know, ships still have to.
She'd
leave.
probably head that way actually towards the docks because there'd be less people like doing their shopping things. And
Sure,
stuff like that.
sure. You can start as you move around the dock. You see people up at the crack of dawn moving stuff. Some dinosaurs moving stuff. One unique person kind of stands out that you hadn't seen before. You see a great big. At first, you think he's a dragonborn, like a gold dragonborn, but then you realize no, he's a half dragon. A little bit bigger. He has a tail.
Half dragons are rare, aren't they?
Yes. So you see a gold half dragon in a heated discussion, almost argument, with a. Off the top of my head, I don't remember if she is a halfling or a gnome. I can't find my notes on her. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you see this half dragon in a very heated conversation with a small gnome woman with bright pink hair, wearing lots of heavy leathers and kind of a long coat. She's got two swords at her belt, almost dragging on the ground from her height, and she's like looking at her, very animated. Her hands just pointing at his face. His arms are wide, yelling down at her, and she's yelling at them. The height difference alone, and you have this big dragon man screaming at a gnome, like it catches your eye real quick.
Right.
Nothing seems to be happening besides that. I doubt Brielle's going to intervene. Okay.
Not unless something got like violent, then she might. But if they're just yelling at each other,
nope.
She's not going to do anything.
And they're right at the docks. At her back is a very, very large ship with like a very ornate Pegasus masthead. And you see it has like twice the number of sails as some of the other ships. So it's a very, very fancy, very different looking ship. You get the idea that like just her back to it, like maybe she just got off the boat and this guy's yelling at her. But other than that, you know, without stopping, you don't know what's going on.
So Brielle is her favorite terrain's coastal, so she grew up around a lot of coastlines and stuff. So would she know much about boats, you think? To try and kind of determine what kind of boat that is?
Give me a history check.
Oof, that's kind of... That's not bad. History, that's +2, so 15.
That's what you wanted. You know, something, it's a little bit smaller than some of the other ones. I don't know if I said it was big before, but definitely.
You didn't say it was big, but like it had more.
It does have
mass.
More masts. It's definitely smaller in size. The main body of the ship is smaller in size than the other ones. But, so with sails that big, you can't see a rudder necessarily, but you're going to guess this thing probably pulls some serious speed. It wouldn't be unreasonable to think something smugglers might really like if they were so inclined, something to kind of get quick in and out of a place.
Okay.
But it's also pretty showy and flashy, and not...
Which doesn't fit a smuggler.
Right, so...
Which Brielle would know with her background.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. It definitely catches your eye, but maybe you wouldn't be able to just narrow down what you think is going on.
She would slow down a little bit when she sees them arguing. Is there like any key things that she would catch as she doesn't stop to listen? She'll slow down to pass by to make sure like nothing bad is going to happen. But
you can hear a very high pitched, angry sounding voice. It sounds reminiscent a little bit of Gilly, but not quite.
A little more high pitched.
I paid you last time, and I will not deal with this. And I will not put up with it. And then you hear just snippets of like, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. You have to. And then kind of fades off.
Okay. So they're just arguing about payment. Okay. She'll move on.
Yeah, sure. you can kind of do a loop through the rest of the around the docks, and nothing really catches your eye as being interesting or abnormal. All pretty standard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So without knowing really what kind of route you want to take, I don't really know what else to tell
She'd
you.
probably just come, because we are, we are
You're around,
south of that place.
You're
of
around
the,
number 18,
the
I think.
port, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, she'd probably come up, loop through the port, and then come back around. So the main road there, up and around, past 16 or so, and then loop back around.
You can kind of go by item number 20 on the map, and from the banners and the signs, it's advertising. It looks like fights. Like, oh yeah, dude versus dude, come see them on whatever night, that kind of thing. Tuesday nights only. You can see the best and the smartest and the strongest fighting off against a pack of raptors. It'll be fantastic. Come join us. You know,
That's gonna catch your eye. Is there money in this?
every Monday morning is Kids Day. Kids get
What?
in for half free or half price. Come see the bloodshed.
What?
Does it look like that this is something that you can enter to participate in and earn money?
They do have Friday nights or amateur nights.
Yeah,
Come
they
in,
are.
come in and see what you can earn.
Day of the week is it?
Let me look at my notes, man.
Dinosaur race day.
Yeah, it's race day.
I know it's Dino Race Day. I don't know what day that is.
Well, according to the Cholton calendar, a week is not Cholton. The Faerun calendar, a week is actually 10 days. So having a particular day of the week doesn't translate very well.
That's crazy.
But if I was gonna ballpark this, you're currently on the 17th of chess. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. What did I say? Friday.
Jeez.
That would be the, let's say, 19th. So you got a couple more days before amateur night.
We might be gone by then. She'll move on and she'll relay that probably later, but let the party know.
Cool.
But she'll move on and she doesn't see anything else. I mean, she's heading back towards the end.
Yeah,
but
you can make it back towards the end. Nothing else really catches her eye.
Okay.
Awesome. So, morning comes, Brielle has done her thing, and I'm going to assume you guys are up and at 'em and you have breakfast and second breakfast.
Of course.
Just kind of getting that out of the way now,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have to go back for it.
Yeah.
And you can make your way to the Tiriki anchorage in order to go see some dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
It's pushing 10 o'clock. You guys roll up. What happens?
Well, the Ankylosaurus name is. Oh, sorry. Try that again. The Ankylosaurus name is Grung Stomper, right?
Sure is.
Okay, just want to make sure my notes are correct.
Sure is. In fact, you can, as you approach, there's the kind of the big pen that previously there were just a couple Triceratops in.
Mm-hmm.
You see two Triceratops in there. You see a Stegosaurus, and you see an Ankylosaurus. All of them are much smaller than the ones that you previously had seen in the harbor and around the city, like doing jobs, doing work. And you get the sense these are definitely like young, juvenile dinosaurs. Still just a bit bigger than the babies Ginger and P that Rixer saw the day before.
Okay.
But all four of them have been just like decked out in paint, like different colors. The Ankylosaurus in particular has got orange racing stripes going down its spine that kind of touch. Sorry, down either side of its back, rather, that eventually can join in its tail and come also to a point at its head.
Yeah.
And the Triceratops has got some intricate maze-like square kind of drawings on its front shoulders that kind of like go all along with both sides of it. And they're definitely like ready for racing. All three of them have got saddles that have been crudely attached to their backs as well.
Look at that one. That one's Grung Stomper. Oh, orange is my favorite color. This is gonna be fun.
Sure. So you can kind of approach kind of a main building out front of here. You guys had previously been directed that if you really wanted to inquire, you could go to that building.
Right.
You were told that you needed to drop a name when you arrived. Qual or Cool something. It's in some of the notes. Sam read it at the start of the episode.
Yeah.
Cool Appa, that sounds
right.
Yep.
But Rixer, right away, you can see this same person who was talking to you previously. Like, they'll be, it's you, the orc. You're right on time. We're getting ready to head up to the starting point in about an hour or so. We're gonna leave, and races start at noon.
Oh, okay. What do I do now?
Well, the rules are simple.
Okay.
There's a race course, and this person's going to hold out a map that's got some lines on it, and they'll show it to you. But really, as long as you stay within the race lines on the streets, you shouldn't have any problem trying to navigate. And what you're going to do is make sure that as you move through the city, you can keep old Grung Stomper here, or there rather, under control. In game terms, this means you're making animal handling checks.
Okay.
And you're going to try to get the most speed out of him as you can. He does pretty well. Has his good days, has his bad days, but usually he fares pretty well. He's only running the first race.
There's more than one?
There's 3 races. The first race is going to be quadrupeds. Second race is bipeds. And then, race 3. Anything goes during race 3. They take the muzzles off, and everything runs. It gets real scary sometimes. But old Grung Stomper, he's worth too much to me to risk getting hurt. So he just runs the first race.
Yes. Okay.
This week we've only got 4 racers in the first race. So that's you're gonna have 3 other opponents.
Make sure it counts on his hands. Yeah. Okay.
The handler's gonna like hold up 3 fingers like this many, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Listen, make sure 4 racers, but there's 3 others. Gotta make sure it adds up.
They just kind of nod. Yep, that's how that works.
So what do I do now? Do I go out there?
Well, first I'm going to want you to go out there and watch him meet Grung Stomper, and you're going to have a chance to ride him a few times, just kind of navigate him around the pen, just to kind of get a feel for things.
Okay, sounds good.
And we'll go from there. Don't worry, we have new interesting jockeys almost every week that keeps the crowd happy.
Okay. Maybe a little bit worried.
What are you nervous about? Big, strong orc like you probably loves showing off, right?
I don't know. Okay.
Perfect. Follow me.
Okay.
And the guy's the handler's gonna lead you out into the pen. You guys can follow if you'd like.
Definitely like to follow.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Okay. And the handler's gonna bring Rixer right up to Grung Stomper. Gonna ask you guys to kind of, why don't you stay along the wall here. I don't want you getting stomped on.
No, thank you.
Grung Stomper.
You're not much bigger than Grung, so you might watch yourself. Talking to Gilly.
Gilly scoots behind Griel.
All right. So Dan, I'm gonna want you to make a animal handling check right now with advantage.
Sweet.
because the handler is also with you.
Okay. That's not very sweet. That's 9.
Alright, so you guys approach the handler. And, I'm sorry, you guys approach the dinosaur with the handler. And, he takes you right up there and says, alright, let old Grungstomper here give you a sniff. And this, I don't know, great big Ankylosaurus with its great big armored body and low armored head and huge tail comes lumbering on up to Rixer.
Stand there, like frozen. Just like, okay, don't move.
It lets out a "Rah! Rah!" and takes off and like goes the other side of the pen. It's not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Rio just starts laughing.
Should try again.
Well, let's see if I can get him around. Let's see if I can roll more than single digits on the animal handlers.
I have a decent bonus. I just rolled crap.
All right. So is the animal handler. Yeah. I also botched my roll advantage. The handler's going to go over there again and talk to kind of like, whoa there, Grung, whoa there. And kind of calm it down and kind of like grab the reins and kind of lead it back to you. Say, all right, give it another go. Let him sniff you.
Okay.
You do animal handling with advantage again.
Okay. And this time, like, Rixer's going to, like, put his hand out and seem like maybe he has an idea. Kind of like...
whoa there, Blue. Whoa there.
Whenever the animal handler was like, whoa, and all of that kind of made Rixer think back to, like, dealing with, like, the ox and the horses and everything on the farm. So he's kind of like, okay, wait, maybe I know how to do this.
Sure.
So that's going to be 22.
Grungstomper like sniffs you again. It makes a kind of a sound as it like puts its face into your like hand and kind of rubs its head against your hand, like your palm.
Okay, I'm gonna, like, pat its head. Good dinosaur. Does it already have like like bridle or whatever on it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's just wagging its great big club tail back and forth. The rest of you guys are thinking, "Oh man, that looks deadly."
So Rick's gonna like reach for the reins and kind of just like.
Yep, the handler's gonna kind of try to like guide you. And a couple seconds later, Rixer is on the back of an Ankylosaurus.
Yes! Just like gonna go like full speed running around the circle.
Give me
like the pen, outside of the pen.
Give me an animal. Give me an animal handling check. What's up, Sam?
Gilly would like to know, we can like see into the pen, correct?
You guys are
We are in the pen.
Right, but like if Gilly were to step outside of the pen, she could still watch.
If she had like a box to stand on, like the bottom like probably 3 or 4 feet is all solid rock with like a wrought iron fence above that.
So she's just gonna sign to Brielle. Yeah, this looks like a bad idea, and just exits the pen.
She can totally do that.
Brielle will laugh and stay there.
What is that? It's gonna be 21.
That's fantastic. It's almost like second nature.
Yeah, it's like an ox.
Rixer and Grungstomper, like your symbiosis is fantastic, and Grungstomper is just like stampeding full speed in a big circle along the perimeter of the pen, just like woof woof woof, just like making lap after lap.
Nice. After a couple laps, then, whoa, that's enough. Gotta save our energy.
He slows down. His tail's a wagging. You can kind of go back up to the handler, and the handler will help you get down. It's like, all right, that's a good boy, Grung. and he has a small sack full of spike fruit. And he gives one. It's like, here, he likes these.
I like them too. They're my favorite.
Oh, you two have so much in common. They're his favorite also.
That's great. Feed the fruit to Grung Stomper.
He takes the whole, unpeeled, totally just out of your hand, and he just starts, mashing it with his teeth, and, goo goes everywhere. he licks it off his face, the goo, and gives you a great big lick.
Good
and you
job.
have a sticky trail of dinosaur spit mixed with fruit juice.
Yes. Yes.
All right, and with that endearing scene, I think we're going to end this episode. You can come back next week and see what happens when Rixer goes to the races. So if you are interested in the things that we do, you can find us on the social media, as opposed to the anti-social media. If we can figure out how to get on that.
I would love that.
Yeah, I think we'd be there too. Guys, where can they find us, or how can they find us?
Monday Night TPK for the Facebook and the podcasts. And
They've already found the podcast.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
The Facebook and the
Twitter.
Twitters.
That's what and then YouTube at Above the Table Games for some other non D&D stuff.
Hopefully someday.
Someday.
I think we have one thing out of that's not D&D related. Are we on Instagram?
Yes, we are. We are on Instagram.
Oh.
We are. I don't think we've promoted that yet.
Um,
We don't do a lot with Instagram, but I do try to post pictures on there sometimes of shots I take when we're recording or the minis and stuff like that. Combat situations.
We'll get better at that sooner or later. All right, folks. Well, again, thank you for joining us at our table, and we will see you next week. Have a good night. Be as weird as you want to be.